Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Umble Connect. I'm Niamh, and today I thought I was going to write a wee song. I'm really into music, and as some of you guys might know, and I tend to write my own songs and things like that, so I thought maybe you guys could come along with me for the journey and even maybe get inspired a wee bit to write your own music for yourselves. So the method I'm going to use to get the words for the music is actually a method that some of you guys might be familiar with because Keris has done it in her songwriting workshops before. So the method is called like the cutting up method, basically. And very famous people used to do this, particularly David Bowie in music. He's a famous pop star from the 70s and 80s. He used to cut up his own diary, words from his own diary, and mix them all up and then reproduce them in a different order to make up a song or just take inspiration from a random phrase. And it's a really fun way of being creative, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up some newspaper and cut up the words individually, and then I'm going to mix them all up and I'm going to see what I can come up with. Alright friends, so as you can see I have loads of different words. They all come from just a newspaper. I just cut them up all randomly and put them all together, and now what I'm doing is I'm working through them all and trying out loads of different combinations to see if I can come up with some funky phrases for my song. So I'm kind of concentrating on what words go together but maybe they don't make sense, but I'm more concentrating on the rhythm and how the rhythm is going to sound. So if you want to try this exercise, just do loads of different combinations and keep in mind that rhythm is really important in music when you're putting lyrics together. So here what I'm doing is I've got some phrases. I know you can't see them very well, but I'll show you them in a minute. And I'm adding my own little words so that the sentences make sense, so that we connecting words like of, the, maybe adding a letter. So I'm adding an S to train there so that it's trains instead of one train. And there's just the and to and of and all these wee words just so they make a little bit more sense. So as you can see, they're very ridiculous. Avocado nightclubs, spectacled bus motion, experts fear bare secrets. It's totally up to you what you think that means. I just think it conjures up some interesting pictures in your head. You can make it make more sense if you like. I'm a bit of a silly person, so I quite like these silly lyrics. So yeah, just whatever you want to do, it's all good in the hood. It's really up to you whether you want to do some silly phrases or maybe be inspired to write a song about one of the phrases that you come up with. So there you go. And also you might notice now that I've grouped the sentences and phrases into four lines at a time, because that's going to begin to give us a pattern and a structure for our song, which is great. So it reads: avocado nightclubs, Japanese musicians, spectacled bus motion, experts fear bare secrets, photos of reality reveal the life of trains, unravel the feast of change, surely time to help. Obviously that doesn't really make any sense in the normal world, but what the exercise is about is kind of just finding a way to play with language, and it's up to you how you want to use the words. I've used every single word basically, but you don't have to use all the words that you find cut up. Okay, so now that I have my words and I'm happy with them, as silly and ridiculous and dreamy as they are, I really like them. So I'm gonna now start thinking about putting some chords. And also, I'm sorry about the rain that's currently making my roof very, very noisy. The song, it's quite random and silly, but I also think it's Well, I'm feeling today like having a kind of like happy tune. So generally, if you want to make a happy tune, you pick chords that are major. So I'm going to skip through just experimenting with some different chords and see which kind of chord pattern I like. Okay, so I've done a wee bit of work and I've kind of been looking at the lyrics and thinking about it, and I've come up with it's a really simple chord progression. It's just 2 chords, and I'm going to do G and C. Well, actually G sharp and C sharp. Okay, so now I've got to write my melody. So I have my 2 chords. So what we begin with when we're thinking about a melody is the rhythm. So as I mentioned before, when we're putting all the words together, we need to think about the rhythm and how they sound together. So the first line, if you remember, is Avocado Night Club. I don't know what it is, but it sounds like a cool place. So when we think of Avocado Night Club, bum 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 bum, that's the rhythm. And then the next line is Japanese musicians, Japanese musicians, bum 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 bum. So it's the same. The next one is spectacle bus motion, same. Experts fear bare secrets. So they're all the same, same rhythm. So that helps us then to put it to music, because music is very rhythmic. This is just a wee note, by the way, that I'm going to start talking about structure and things like that, and if you don't understand, don't worry, just enjoy the song. When we're picking a melody, we need to think of a pattern. So often in songs you'll hear a melody repeated a lot. So music is about, when you're making music, it's about a lot of repetitions often, whether that be the chords, so that's it for most of the song. It's just da, 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 repeating those 2 chords over and over, and it's the same with repeating the melodies. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it 4 lines at a time. Okay, we're going to take the first line, Avocado Nightclubs, that will be melody A. Then the second line will be melody B, third line melody A, fourth line melody B. So the first and the third line will be the same melody, and the second and the fourth line will be the same melody. And maybe it'll just make more sense if I just sing it and show you. So I'm about to sing melody A. Avocado nightclubs. And then I'm going to go to B. Japanese musicians. Spectacle bus motion. Experts fear their secrets. Next, we're going to take the next 4 lines, which is the same verse, but it's a little bit different. So I'm going to introduce melody C and D. So it's going to go like this. So this is after the first 4 lines. It goes, photos of reality reveal the life of trains, unravel the feast of change, surely time to help. That's just the verse basically of the song, and I had a few leftover words that I kind of wanted to put in because I was challenging myself to put in as many of the random words as I possibly could. So I've just added the last line, which is cut from a new shop. doesn't make sense, I don't know what it means, you guys can just let me know what it means to you if you think that it means anything. So I was thinking of adding a wee extra chord. So the new chord pattern would be and the melody will be cut from a new shop, cut from a new shop, and then I might change it as well. Cut from a new shop, and then maybe I'll go cut from a new shop. At this point I just want to apologise for my voice, which sometimes cannot stay in tune for the life of me. So that's us pretty much, that's almost a whole song. So I'll just play it through for you, for you guys to see what it sounds like all together. Cool. Avocado nightclubs, Japanese musicians, spectacle bus motion, experts share their secrets, photos of reality reveal the life of trains, unravel the feast of change, surely time to help, surely time to help. Cut from a new shop, cut from a new shop, cut from a new shop, cut from a new shop. So that song obviously is absolute nonsense, doesn't make any sense, but that's the whole point of the exercise, is to play with language and realise that language is actually quite fun and you can make up your own meanings with different words and use it to create something really, really cool. So thanks very much for coming with me on the musical journey of making up a song. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing. And let me know, let Upmo know if you make any songs or any cool music. And if you do try the newspaper cutting up method, I'd love to hear your results. So thanks very much guys. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you on Upmo Connect. Bye guys!